Hey guys, subscribe by the Bootstraps, btbootstraps.com. Check out the store, check out the social media. Links will be below. Like and subscribe if you like the video. Today, I'm making a video simply because of the fact that I saw on the news that on Monday there were 2 American soldiers, Army soldiers, who were killed in Afghanistan. And by the looks of it, it looks to be as though it was a Afghani army who had shot and killed these 2 American soldiers, heroes, really. And they were young men. I believe one was 20 and the other one's 24, so really young men. And sadly, they were killed. And I know most people say, oh, okay, yeah, that's tragic, that's sad. And then they move on, But this incident, or these incidents like this, happen far too often, or have happened far too often in the past, even up till now. What's really sad to me is that this news story I only saw on Fox News. Now I'm sure if I was looking at Stars and Stripes or some of the military, specific military news outlets, it might have been reported more so. But I saw this story on the major news networks, and it was only on one, and it was on Fox. And it wasn't even one of their top 4 or 5 articles of being the top stories. It was buried down on their home page about halfway through. And when I first saw the story, I went back to go read it again, an hour or 2 later, to see what the comments were on it. It wasn't even on their main page either at that point. I checked USA Today, I checked Yahoo, I checked MSN, I checked CNN, and I checked Breitbart, and I checked one other, I can't remember what it was. None of them had that story on there about these 2 American soldiers who were killed in Afghanistan. Instead, there were numerous stories of The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and the winner of that show, that ridiculous vamping show, and the salacious secrets of the show. And really all it was this woman supposedly, or she admitted on the finale, of having sex with this guy 4 times in a windmill, when previously she said she had only had sex with this guy 2 times. That story took up, on Fox particularly, and I know this because I checked it multiple times today, that story was on Fox News not only yesterday and the day before regarding another story regarding a TV show, but that one particular story was on there for most of the day. So this inconsequential, no one, really not important, fake TV show, reality TV show, quote unquote love story, which I don't think there's been more than one couple between The Bachelor and The Bachelorette that actually have been together 6 months after the show had ended. These people supposedly looking for true love, as they call it, as it were, on TV for a reality show under unrealistic circumstances, because no one has that kind of lifestyle or money to where they can go on these lavish luxury getaways, these lavish luxury islands constantly, and just drop what they're doing and devote all their time to this individual, this man or woman, whoever it might be, depending on the name of the show. And then this person can pick between a plethora of how many people and hand them a rose or whatever the hell. I've never actually seen the show in its entirety. The premise sounds ridiculous and beyond, vapid to me, so I don't really care about it. But that invalid piece of entertainment, and that's all it is, it's entertainment, took more airtime and more space than to report about 2 dead soldiers in Afghanistan. I guess no one cares about the troops in Afghanistan, because you know what, that's just not sexy, fun, or cool. Instead, looking at unrealistic models and supermodels or model-like people in a bullshit reality TV show takes more precedence. That's good job, America. We know your priorities are. What's sad to me is that these incidences that have happened between the coalition forces that we are training in the Middle East to protect themselves, there's been far too many incidences where those same people that we have trained or are training to help defend themselves against other forces in that region have been radicalized. Not all of them, but there have been far too many incidences where these people have been radicalized and have turned the training and the weapons that we have provided to them, to protect them, to protect their citizens, and it turned it on our soldiers. I was trying to find the statistics of deaths that I've read throughout the years about, you know, friendly fire combat, stuff like that, and I can't find a solid statistical number yet. I'll keep looking. If I find it, I'll put an update on it. But, you know, I was looking at the casualties in Iraq, the casualties in Afghanistan, the casualties, you know, in the Middle East in general. And, you know, you have a lot listed for IED explosions, you have a lot listed for combat, and then you have like accidental deaths, like aircraft falling out of the sky, or having mechanical malfunctions, or, you know, vehicles such as Humvees and stuff like that having mechanical malfunctions and stuff like that, and they listed that as accidents. And I found one that actually kind of went a little deeper, that talked about like the homicide and stuff like that, right, you know, that was going on. But regardless of what it is, the numbers in and of themselves, just the fact that there's one or even two, that is staggering and, in my opinion, unacceptable. I mean, it's to the point to where it's like, and I've said this before, that I want us out of the Middle East, I want us out of the conflict, unless we absolutely have to be in that area to protect our interests abroad, or our allies' interests abroad. I want to, you know, if we have to go to those regions for any kind of conflict, I don't want to pussyfoot around with these people. I want to go in there, decimate, annihilate, destroy beyond belief. I don't want to rebuild, you know, their country. You know, I don't care about the collateral damage. You pick a fight, you start a fight, you lose the fight, well then it's your responsibility to pick up the shambles, not for us to feel some kind of moral obligation to rebuild, you know, sending our people over there to be in harm's way. I think currently there's 14,000 troops stationed in Afghanistan. You know, why? You know, we owe them nothing in that regards. This is you know, these are conflicts that are started. These are conflicts that they engaged in. They lost, just like in Iraq. That's up to those people. It's disheartening to see this kind of stuff. You know, you would think that, given the nature of how, you know, so many people say they're patriotic and they care about the military and stuff like that, that this would be much more important of a news story than a bunch of people debating to be a Democratic nominee for the president. Although that's important, don't get me wrong, I'm just saying, you would think that the immediate loss of life would maybe take a little bit more precedence when it comes to people serving in our country, giving you the freedoms and abilities. Hell, giving you the freedoms and abilities to enjoy such dumbass TV shows such as The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. Anyway, comment below, let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you later.